Hey guys, I just woke up from a nap and I'm doing a video because I didn't do it earlier before I fell asleep. But it's gonna cover it's story time now. So since I've gotten all these requests, hey Mushu, since I've gotten all these requests that come on, alright. Since I've gotten all these requests that I should do story time more often, I guess I'm gonna do story time. In this story, I also feel privileged because I haven't told many people, and not even my sister knows. So, I guess with that, I'll just jump right in. I think I should point out before I start the story that something about my dad. My dad is he's almost a super Christian. He's borderline super Christian, and he always reads his Bible every morning, which I actually admire about him. But he is very old fashioned when it comes to like secular views on things. So with that, I'll just get started. But he used to be, I think it was a deacon for a church, so that can just you can just gauge what kind of personality he should have by that. But anyways, for Christmas, I got a PSP. Right? That's all I ever wanted. All I wanted. I didn't ask for anything else. I didn't want the clothes or what you stuff my stockings with. I just wanted the PSP. Why? Internet. Right, Mush. Internet. I was in about 6th or 7th grade, and internet was all the rage on the PSP. Everybody was like, oh, I got my PSP, and I'm surfing the internet while I'm in class, and I thought that was so cool. Now me, I wanted it for a slightly different reason besides the internet. I was a young adolescent, and I was horny. I was going through an experimental stage, like trying to figure out how that works down there. So I was like, cool, internet equals porn, right? And so I go, and I get my PSP around Christmas time, and after a couple months of fooling around, I figured out, and I learned how to sneak into the bathroom at night and steal somebody's internet and go sit off in the corner. Or I used to even walk around the neighborhood and sit outside somebody's house and like maybe let a couple videos load and then just bring it back home and then watch them there. But what I figured out is I didn't even have to do that. I could just download it straight to the PSP. That became a problem. Let me tell you why. I got the soundboard, by the way, so I'm gonna try to use this. Yeah. So I guess I should have waited. Yeah. But anyways, it was about, I say, 4 months after I had it when I figured out that you could download movies to the PSP, and I figured out when I first downloaded them, they didn't work. So I figured out they had to be in MP4 format. I didn't know what that was. My dad was a computer geek, so I asked him what MP4 format was, and he told me that it was basically like MP3 format, but in a different format, so that could be read. I don't really know how to explain it, and I probably sounded stupid, but whatever. I was like, okay, so what I did was I went on LimeWire. Y'all remember LimeWire? And I tried to download an MP4 format porn file. I typed it in the search bar, not Google, and it said MP4 format. And I was like, oh yeah, it's going down now. I was like, it's going down. But anyways, I click about 2 or 3 links, and I'm like, yeah, man, this is nice. I'm about to finally get my porn on. The mistake about that was, 1, it was on my dad's computer. 2, he was still in the house, right? He was taking a nap. He was in his room, which was across the hall. Not across the hall, it was down the hall. but he was nonetheless still in the house, and I couldn't wait. I just had to. I had to get my porn on or whatever. So, anyways, I'm gonna try to not be as crass because that's not professional. But anyways, I downloaded a couple files, and then there was this one that, you know how they have the little celebrity tags or whatever, and it said something about I forget which celebrity it was, but I was like, oh man, I want to download that. But it was a big file and it was taking too long, so I was like, man, is this really worth it? So I click preview. That was the biggest mistake ever. The dumbest program the computer can ever have is, I think it's the real-time player, I don't know, I just know it's called real time, and that computer is what screwed me over. That program is what screwed me over. I click preview, and it doesn't pull it up. I'm waiting. I click it again, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just forget about it, and I'll just try and download it. Right? Wrong. I was kind of cautious. I took like precautionary actions, and so I opened up a couple windows just in case my dad came, and I had like CartoonNetwork.com up and a couple games that I was playing because he'll get up and every now and then, like if he doesn't know where you are in the house, he'll like walk around the house and like say there's a door that's open, like he'll walk into the doorway and like he'll do like this. And then, like, won't even say anything and then just leave. So, just in case he came and checked on me, I would have a backup plan. I'm happily downloading porn. I don't even know if it's going to work or not, but I'm downloading it. And all of a sudden, I hear the toes pop. And the toes popping, that my dad, I don't know if he has arthritis or whatever, but whenever he gets up, I guess from a nap or from just waking up and he doesn't have shoes on, his toes pop. And that's when I know that, okay, he's either coming or he's up or whatever. But I'm like, oh crap, I need to get off of this. So I minimized the window and I made sure it didn't have what I was looking at in the little window bar just in case he came up and looked. And I started playing, I think it was like Ed, Edd n Eddy or something, one of the games on CartoonNetwork.com. This was all good so far. He came in there and he looked in and he was like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing, just playing the game. And he said, oh, okay. And then takes a step forward. And by then my heart is like, oh crap. Because I didn't want to get caught. And he looks over and he's like, what game? And like, since when are you interested? Since when are you interested? He's looking over my shoulder and I'm like sweating bullets trying to just play the game, my hand shaking. And I don't know how, I guess he might have had a hunch of what I was doing. I mean, there's just no way to know, but maybe call it divine intervention. I don't know. But all of a sudden, you know the little, the hourglass icon that the mouse turns into when something is loading? All of a sudden I'm playing the game and I'm trying to click something and it's not responding. And I'm like, what is that? What is that? The QuickTime player, that's what it is, QuickTime. The QuickTime player, it just starts loading. And I'm like, no. And then there's just this image of this white guy just ejaculating and blasting this girl in the face with a bucket of semen. It was terrible. And I couldn't do anything but watch. And he does this thing when he's like confused. He's like, he stutters. He went, what is that? And I was like, I don't know, it's a pop-up. And he was like, no, it's not a pop-up. And immediately I knew I was done. So I admit defeat, and I just get up and I walk away. I mean, it was his problem by then. So I didn't even grab my PSP because I didn't want him to think that, well, I didn't want him to put two and two together. So I leave the room and I'm just laughing my ass off. Like seriously, I'm laughing my ass off. Because I don't get like worried about stuff like that. I mean, it's life. You mess up, you don't. Mushu, please stop licking me. Anyways, he comes to my room and later on, and he talks to me about the poison that I put in my mind, and I'm like, nigga, I know you watch porn, or I know you used to. I know you do things that aren't basically what the gospel teaches or whatever. I mean, I'm just it's just porn. I mean, everybody's got to beat their meat every once in a while. I mean, that was my reasoning, and I'm sorry for being so crass. Bear with me. But anyways, he didn't put two and two together that I was using my PSP to download it. But what he did do, or maybe he did, because this is the one thing that pissed me off the most. And one day, I mean, I'm an insomniac. I was laid up all night, and I always used to wait for them to go to sleep before I tried to get it in. And so I go and try to find the wireless signal, and it's not there. And I'm like, what? So I reset the PSP. I try to find the wireless signal again. It's still not there. I get up, and I go into the computer room and look at our router. This man has turned the router off. And I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how to turn the router on, and he probably had tampered with something else. So by then, I was just like, and yeah. So that's the story, and it's bullshit. I'll probably put up another story later on. I know this video was terribly done, but yeah. Load us out, and I'll see y'all later.